Welcome to OctoberFest. Won't you join us?
I hope you're ready because we're recording. Welcome back to the Project Gen X podcast. I am one of your hosts, Alan Smith, along with...
I'm the other guy, Big Dave, over here drinking on his coffee.
I'm Ariel Morgana.
And we are here for our first episode of OctoberFest 2024. I can't believe I'm saying that. And we figured a great way to kick this off is to start with a cult classic horror movie from the 80s. That is the... What year did we determine this? 1985 movie Return of the Living Dead.
I wasn't even born.
No, you were still, 7 years away or something like that.
Oh.
So.
I wasn't even thought up.
Pardon me while I go get my walker.
I just noticed something when I
What?
pulled up IMDb.
Yeah. What's that?
Hold for dramatics.
And this is very timely. I did not recognize it when I watched this, and I had not heard it before. And literally, I pulled this up. I was like, "Hey, wait a second! I know that name. Yep, that's the face." Brian Peck is in this movie.
Who the heck is Brian Peck?
Brian Peck
Who the heck is Brian Peck?
is the guy that allegedly molested Drake. What's his name from? They had that Quiet on Set documentary. Drake Bell.
Oh.
That's him. He plays Scuzz in
Really?
this. Yeah. As soon as that popped up, I'm like, wait a second. I know that name.
Well, I knew we were going to get into
Yeah, I was
topics
like,
during Halloween
wow.
Fest, but I didn't realize you were going to go that dark.
I didn't either until I literally pulled this up and saw. I was like, wait a second, that's that dude.
Hey,
man.
we're going to talk about this
Speak
really
of
fun
scary.
1985
Yeah.
movie. Oh, it's got a child molester.
Yeah, it does. It's well, hell, I can't even say allegedly because he was actually convicted of it. So I mean, of molesting somebody. So it was like, dang. We talked about, we talked about.
All right, I'm just going to sit over here and eat candy corn.
We talked about Beetlejuice not long ago, and it's like, well, that had what's his name in it?
Oh, yeah.
Jeffrey Jones that had
all the
issues
stuff
and
that happened
yeah,
with
so
him,
like
yeah.
Biscuit, he's begging for candy over there. So.
We're all eating Halloween candy.
So anyways, Return of the Living Dead stars Clu Gulager as Bert, James Karen as Frank, Don Kofka as Ernie, Tom Matthews as Freddie. Beverly, I love how none of these have last names. Beverly Randolph as Tina, John Philbin as Chuck, Joel Shepard as Casey, Miguel A. Nunez Jr. as Spider. We have Brian Peck as Scuzz.
Well, that's
Perfect name. It's a perfect name for him, yeah. Linnea Quigley as Trash. We have Mark Venturina as Suicide.
I like how that's what they let's make a punk movie.
Yeah, I know.
What's the punkest names we could think of?
We have
Trash.
Spider, Scuzz, Trash, and Suicide.
It was very much stereotypical.
Yeah.
We have Jonathan Terry as Colonel Glover. Kathleen Cordell as just credited as Colonel's wife.
Nope. she had a name, and it was Ethel.
Was it Ethel? Okay,
Yep.
here it just says
Ethel.
Colonel's wife. And then we had Drew Dagan as paramedic number 1, James D'Alessandro as paramedic number 2. And then we have a bunch of corpses that are all
No name corpses.
no name corpses. They're just corpse number 1, corpse number 2.
Well, I have
That kind of stuff.
Alan Trotman as Tarman Zombie, Terrence Houlihan as Yellow Cadaver Zombie, Jerome Coleman as Legless Corpse Zombie, Cherry Davis as the voice of the female torso zombie, John Durbin and David Bond as the zombies who intercept radio transmissions.
Shout out to the extras.
Yeah. Yep, there are.
I like the fact we had AV zombies in here.
Well, I love how they're listed here on IMDb, where it's Yellow Cadaver, Tarman, Headless Tarman, Legless Corpse, Half Lady Corpse, No Legged Zombie, Helicopter loudspeaker officer
It's important to know the
slash bum
differences.
outside warehouse. It was one of the guys, Dan O'Bannon. Then you had yellow zombie, graveyard skeleton, and bum with shopping cart.
Hey, shout out to the bum.
Exactly. So, I had seen this movie many years ago when I was a teenager. I don't believe that I had actually seen the entire unedited version until I was probably in college, because this ran a lot on USA Up All Night.
This was USA Up
very
All Night
much a
fodder.
USA Up All Night.
Yeah.
You know, do you even remember USA Up All Night?
No, I remember USA Network.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
on Friday and Saturdays, and it was funny because it's kind
I
of
wasn't allowed to stay up that late.
oh yeah, they had
Starting about 10 o'clock, I guess.
yeah, on Friday nights it was Rhonda Shear
Yeah.
that hosted it, and on Saturday nights it was Gilbert Godfrey. This is before, and this is like
Ooh,
you know, when
Gilbert
he was
Godfrey.
and they would just host. It literally was it was all night long. They would just show like B movies. It wasn't necessarily always horror movies.
This
there was
is
a lot of
where-
stuff like Ski School and I mean it was just like these trashy
Ski School, Toxic Avengers,
yes, a lot of trauma films.
Oh, nice.
Nukem High, a lot of the trauma stuff.
Night of the Creeps was one of them that we did last year. That was
hate
I
that
love that
movie.
movie.
So
So
kind of like how sci-fi did that. You know,
Yeah.
how, like sci-fi would always get like B
Yeah.
movies.
yep, and that's they would just
Gargoyles.
show the stuff like Gargoyles was one of them that they would show.
Now it's IFC that's
Really?
doing it.
yeah, they do.
Nice.
Of course, then there was TNT that had Monster Vision that they would do.
Yeah.
You know, and it was
The only thing I remember from TNT was watching Charmed.
in the mornings.
In the morning.
For like 6 hours.
We
Yep.
know drama. Yeah, I know. It had Charmed, Angel, and what was the other one that they were showing on there?
Buffy would be on there sometimes.
Yeah,
But
what
then they
was-
pulled it, and then it was on Fox. Or
Yeah.
it wasn't on Fox maybe
It
first.
was on FX for a long time, I know.
Later
Anyway.
on,
It's
later
switched.
on, it was all Supernatural.
Yeah,
which
it
was
became
okay
Supernatural. I know. Buffy was on MTV for a little while when they were like kind of switching
You know,
over.
I didn't realize how much Buffy exposure there was when it was on television.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I watched it, but when I started really paying attention watching it, it was like probably not until like 2000. So, but there was like commercials and everything
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
with Buffy
Oh,
in
yeah.
it and
Oh, yeah.
everything. They were
Absolutely.
selling McDonald's stuff. I was
There's
like,
video
what?
games. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff.
Well, of course I have the video games. I already know about that.
So, for those of you with your bingo card, yes, it took us less than 10 minutes to start talking about Buffy.
I'm sorry.
And so-
I'm here. We're going to talk about Buffy and we're going to talk about Rob Zombie.
Absolutely. Yeah, so
Give him a minute. He'll talk about the OC.
we'll get there.
The OC.
Yeah, I love the OC. So, welcome to Oktoberfest, bitch. So. Yeah, like I said, I don't think that I saw the complete unedited version of this until I was in college sometime. And it really did bring a lot more to the movie of like all the campiness. Brought a lot more elsewhere. But it's just,
Yeah.
I think we should probably, in this IMDb,
Go ahead.
it should say,
Naked lady?
Linnea Quigley's boobs should be a character all in and of
Not
themselves.
just her boobs.
And her butt. That's true. There's a lot of teeth.
It was frontal.
There was-
I was all of it. The whole
You saw
thing
pretty much everything
for
she had.
5 minutes.
I know.
I listened.
No,
As
it
a-
was like half the movie.
Was it?
Well, it's her. Of course, she
what I'm
comes
thinking
in,
of is like where it was like. I mean, yeah,
the dance and everything.
yeah,
and-
where it was like. I mean, consecutively
Right.
5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Not like okay, she was naked throughout the whole thing. Yeah, no, like consecutively. I'm just seeing all of it.
Yep,
All-
pretty
yep.
much.
That's the 80s.
Yeah, yep. Gotta love the '80s, man.
Surprised that she didn't have a bush. Can we talk about that?
You know, I actually did notice. I was like,
I'll be
that was
stepping out now.
really, especially for a movie we're going to talk about later. That was really, especially for the time period as well. This was
Right? That was weird, right?
It was-
I
yeah.
thought it was almost edited.
It was,
That's weird, right?
in my experience, it wasn't until the early 2000s when all of a sudden,
Yeah,
that
that's
became
what I
like a,
just-
you know, and but look at Dave.
Maybe that's
over
why it
here.
shocked me so much because I was just like,
Oh, you hit it.
Did
What
I?
is that? One of the decorations in the room.
that
all of a
kids
sudden.
is our cue for
Shut up.
trick-or-treaters.
No, that was the cue for stop talking about it. Okay.
That's our censor.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I did not remember her being naked as long as she was in this. It was just like, oh, it just kept going and going and going. And then every time that she showed up from right there, because it was one of those things, it starts raining, they go get it, and she doesn't have any clothes to put on because she had actually like ripped them up as she was, for no reason. Literally, her nude scene was for no reason whatsoever. She just and what was so funny, the way that they treated it, was that one of the other guys was like, hey, Trash is getting naked again. And everybody's like, oh, well, here she goes.
Yeah,
it's like, this is just a thing that happens. So it's...
If you look in the dictionary beside gratuitous, it's referencing
They looked
this.
borderline annoyed. They were like, all right.
Yeah.
And here she goes again.
Girl, put some pants on.
Yeah, exactly.
What's happening?
So, but she even, like, when she came back as a zombie at the end, she was still naked. So, I mean, it was just...
Got to keep it linear.
And also, she had said, they were talking when they're sitting there before all that, when they were drinking, and she said something about, you ever think about dying? And she's like, yeah, I'm like, my biggest fear is that I'm going to be eaten by a bunch of old men, and of course she winds up getting eaten by a bunch of old zombies, old men zombies. So it was like, foreshadowing much, It's
psychic. She knew it was up.
I'll tell you something I had completely forgotten about with this movie was that interaction that Frank and what's the kid's name that was working at the?
It was.
Was it Freddie?
No, hold on. Let me pull up the cast.
No, it's Frank and Freddie.
Was it Freddie? I think it was Freddie, wasn't it? That was working at the
I think
medical.
it was Chuck.
Was it Chuck?
Yeah,
it was Chuck. Okay,
pretty sure.
Where Chuck asked Frank, "What's the weirdest thing you've seen working here?" And he references Night of the Living.
Maybe it was Freddie.
It was a Freddie. Well, anyways, he references Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
And he says, well, that movie...
Which is the only actual relative thing to the movie.
Absolutely. And,
nothing about it is relevant.
Oh,
not to that movie, yeah.
Well, that wasn't the actual story. That was the story that they came up with.
Right.
The cover what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
And what I thought was pretty interesting, well, the thing that we know, because we covered Night of the Living Dead a few years ago, and, of course, the famous lore with it is that Romero forgot to file the trademark for Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason why there are so many quote-unquote Living Dead movies, is because people are like, oh, well, that's a name we can use without having to pay anybody. And
see, when I looked into it, it said that it was more of an intention to be based off of, like, I Am Legend. Where it's not, where it's not actually, because, Night of the Living Dead was ghouls, right?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily zombies.
Right.
It was more like supposed to be, Night of the Living Dead was supposed to be based off of I Am Legend.
Okay, yeah,
and
I can see that.
The Return of the Living Dead was supposed to be more.
Well,
like
John Russo, who did this one, actually helped co-scribe Living Dead with Romero.
Okay, so he was involved.
He was involved with it, yeah.
Okay.
And when they parted ways after Night of the Living Dead, Russo retained the rights to any titles featuring Living Dead.
Okay. My question is, was this supposed to be horror comedy, or is this unintentional comedy?
According to Wikipedia,
which is always right. Never wrong.
Never wrong, ever. They've got it listed as an American comedy horror film.
I mean, either way, I can read this movie either way.
It's
I
described as a mordant punk comedy.
I would imagine it's probably classified that way now in the present, but when it came out, possibly not as much.
I don't
because the stereotypes and everything. I don't know if that's just like Reefer Madness. That's kind of how they saw certain punks.
Right.
There's always the slut. There's always the big bad leader. Right. There's always
a juvenile delinquent. There's there was the
idiot.
Right. And they hit all of those stereotypes.
Because like is Crybaby supposed to be comedy
well, it's
bad?
John Waters. It's supposed to be campy. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, buts about that.
But is it supposed to be like bad? It's
good. I think it is, because that's the way John Waters makes movies. You know? He knows I'm making a bad movie, but I'm going to make the best bad movie that I can. It's
like it's going to be good because it is bad.
Exactly.
Because we're trying to make a bad movie good.
I will say this might be the origin of the fast zombie.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
they talk about how this movie is known for introducing multiple popular concepts to the zombie genre, like specifically eating brains as
right.
opposed to eating any other form of human flesh. Zombies being invulnerable to a gunshot to the head.
Being fast.
They could talk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that was the whole thing. It's like they get on the send more paramedics, or and then he gets on the police thing, send more cops,
They were somewhat sentient.
right, and even when they have the half zombie, they're talking to her,
Yeah.
and she's like, why are you eating brains? Like, it's for the pain, and everything. Yeah, it's pretty.
And evidently, the soundtrack has several Los Angeles
Dude.
death rock and punk rock bands.
Well, what was funny is that there is a Quiet Riot song in this, but it's not listed. It's not like I was watching the credits as it went by, and it wasn't listed under their name. It was listed under a different name. I was like, no, that's a Quiet Riot song. Okay.
It has the Cramps.
Yep.
It has 45 Grave. It has TSOL. It has the Flesh Eaters.
This was one of those after watching, I was like, I'm gonna have to find the soundtrack. So it's
The Damned.
the damn.
It's pretty good.
It
Tall
actually
Boys.
was, yeah.
Jet Blackberries. SSQ.
I've only heard of some of these.
The FUs.
No. That's a great title.
That's the name of the band.
Yeah.
F.U. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
see the Quiet Riot song.
It's I forget off the top of my head how they had it listed, but it's a Quiet Riot song that was in there. But yeah, it just it really felt like with we talking about with the punk rock, the punk rockers before the zombies came out. It really felt like they were trying to capture Repo Man,
Yeah.
but they weren't getting there. They just were
I
not
could see
getting there.
that.
And again, it goes back to when you go back to the 80s and you watch a lot of this stuff, especially horror movies, you have either the punks or the metalheads or a combination of the both of them, that wind up in it.
Punks, metalheads, geeks.
Yeah, all that
nerds.
kind of stuff.
Stoners.
But it's just,
Jocks.
especially with like the punks and the metalheads, it's like there are stereotypes they always fall back on every time.
Leather jacket.
The John Benders of the
Spikes
world.
on their arms.
Spikes, the chain, the earring to the nose ring,
Oh,
and and that kind of stuff, stupid names,
You know what it reminds me of? Did you guys ever see the movie Hook with Robin Williams?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The pirate kids that are in that.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of
Yeah.
gives that vibe.
Well, it was funny. Again, going with the whole punk thing, Suicide has that whole deal where they're sitting there and he's like, everybody treats this like this is a costume. This isn't a costume. This is a way of life.
It's a way of life.
I'm like, that's exactly what a super teenager would say.
Yep.
I may have
said that myself as well. It's
No comment.
yeah, I know. Uh-huh.
I go to Hot Topic.
Yeah. Did you see that they closed the Hot Topic at Rivergate?
I didn't see it physically because I'm not
Oh, I
on that
did.
side of
It's
town, but I saw it on Facebook.
Yep.
They were talking about it, and I was like, end of an era. But honestly, that mall needs to close
That
down.
mall needs to go. I know.
It needs to go.
Well, it's funny
It's
because
so bad.
I actually opened to that store back in 2000. And it was weird because I was just happened to be in there and I walked past and I was like, what? So
I
walked
remember
in.
the big metal gates from
Exactly.
long ago.
And they don't
now-
have those any longer. They got rid of those a long
Like,
time
that was
ago.
like 10 years ago.
Yeah, and it sucks. The Hot Topic has really gone through.
Well, it's because they got away from what they were.
Yeah, they
Yes,
used to be.
there's
They used to
and
be
a
the
lot of
goth
people
store,
can get
you
a
know?
lot of that like goth couture on like other things. Like there's like Black Label now, and there's
Yeah.
like all kinds of sites that I get my like real goth kind of
Right.
stuff like that. Trip pants.
The problem is finding it in fat guy size.
I'm sure.
I'm sure it's out there.
Trip.
so.
I bet the website for Trip still has like various sizes because that's
Dave,
where
you're wearing that stuff at 50. That
my
really is a
sister,
lifestyle
my
for
sister's
you.
husband is a very husky guy, and he
T-shirts,
wears
man.
strip pants and stuff.
T-shirts.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I just at some point, Hot Topic went from being the
Nightmare Before Christmas. and
Exactly. It all went-
all the good
it
like
all went to
classic
Nightmare
goth
Before
stuff
Christmas,
too, and
I
then
know.
like
And
then
then
it
it
had
was-
Justin Bieber and Nicki Minaj.
I
in
know,
there.
all of a
And then,
sudden,
and then it was nothing but Funko Pop.
Little Peep and Funko Pop. That's
Funko Pop
true.
and
a whole entire wall of Funko
and a
Pop.
lot of anime stuff, like T-shirts and all
Yeah,
that
but
kind of
anime's
stuff.
always kind of been the thing there, too.
Yeah.
That anime was
But it
there
was
as much.
Vampire Hunter D and Akira.
The good
and
animes. Not the bad animes.
Yeah.
Well, not to say that they're bad.
Not Powder Puff Girls.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with Powerpuff Girls. Okay.
I feel like the Powerpuff Girls, anything like Power Rangers, any of that stuff. It's like, yes, it's a niche because it's like 90s and stuff like that, but that doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be in a hot topic.
I agree with that.
Like
with that.
Lilo and Stitch. And,
Right.
and everything.
There was a whole bunch of Lilo and Stitch stuff in there.
Disney stuff.
If you want that, go to Spencer's.
Right,
Go to
exactly.
Spencer's. That's what Spencer's is for.
Yeah.
Except for that one little back corner that should be like 18 and up.
Yeah, well. You're just really having problems
It's
with this episode, aren't
it's
you?
It's not even in a back corner anymore.
No, it's right out front.
It's kind of like in the middle of the
It
store.
really is. The last time I was in there, I was like, dude, this used to seriously be in the back corner.
Oh, they used
And
yeah,
it-
no, they do sell some stuff in the front that's like, oh, okay, you really probably shouldn't show
Yeah, I
that.
know.
Like,
It's
that's
one of the
not
T-shirts they
right.
sell in there, too, which is like, wow,
But
you got
the whole
this out
like
for everybody.
designated section, it's in the middle.
Mm-hmm. And who goes to Spencer for that kind of stuff? I mean, really?
I don't know. It's
I know,
expensive as hell.
that's-
Why would they even do that? When we have a Jenna's toy box down the street.
We do have a Jenna's toy box right down the street, so that's
Ridiculous.
Dave.
Love bound.
Yeah, that's right. Love Bound's over there on Myatt Drive, isn't it? That's right.
All in
Oh,
the
yeah.
all in the Madison.
What was the other one that was like over the Purple Onion? Used to be out over off of Dickerson Road, I think it was, or something like that. It's like,
I can't remember.
of course, there's always the Hustler store downtown. Right there off Church.
Hustler's expensive too.
Yeah, they are. It's a little too like.
That's the only where the
clean.
dancers go to get their items.
It's a little too clean in that store.
So
Like,
much
too
for
clean.
Halloween.
anytime that I've been in that store, I walk in, I'm like, this is just like too like. No, I need a certain amount of seediness to my adult bookstore.
Hustler is not for the seedy people. It's
I
for
know,
the girls
it's
to
like-
get their lingerie.
Yeah, whatever. So, and yeah, you're right. There's all the dancers work go
That's-
in there and buy their
yeah,
stuff,
that's-
which is funny considering that Deja Vu is like right up the street from it now. So it's a
Convenient.
Davis.
So we're talking about
Hey, it all comes in line with Linnea Quigley's boobs. So it's
I don't even know where I'm at anymore.
I thought the special effects in this movie were kind of cool though. Some of the stuff like you did get the
I'm always
the
a
tar
fan.
zombie and stuff like that, and
A lot of groundbreakers.
yes, a whole bunch of that stuff, and it was gross without being over the top gross. That's the effect with the female zombie, like the half.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
was really cool. I was like, okay, yeah, it's dated because it's 40 years old, but. It still was like, no,
No, it
that was
still looks
actually
really
really
good.
cool. I know
Yeah.
it's that would have all been CGI now, and it just wouldn't look right, and just like
Nope.
And
I much prefer the effects.
I do too.
From back
the
then.
practical effects. This again. We're watching a movie that's almost 40 years old, and we're going, man, that still looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and watch something from 20 years ago that was CG heavy, and see how bad it looks. I mean, it's just, oh my god,
For me, it's Drag Me to Hell.
I never liked that movie much to begin
I
with.
didn't like
I
that.
never saw it.
Yeah,
Really?
that's another one of those people with.
I didn't like the CGI of it.
Yeah, it did. The CG didn't look good. Even then, it didn't look good, and it has not held up. And now, again, I'm
The
kind of.
story was pretty good. They should redo it, actually.
The story wasn't bad. Again, it's the whole Sam Raimi,
Yeah.
where I'm like, some of Sam Raimi stuff's good, and some of it's not.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was one of the nots, and but I got
And
skewered
honestly-
on that too whenever I first said it.
And honestly, Sam Raimi should know better than to use CGI.
Yeah, exactly.
He needs to hang with his Evil Dead roots.
Speaking of which, I picked up the Steelbook of Evil Dead the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one, and I got, what was the other one? I can't remember now. Like I said, I've bought a lot of movies recently, a lot of like horror
Hence
movies
why we're
especially.
discussing so many movies.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like I wound up getting these, like I've got several Scream Factory movies and the stuff that I've picked up that I'm like, yeah, they have some really cool stuff on them. So, all right, we got anything else we want to say about Return of the Living Dead? I really enjoyed it. I don't know, Dave.
People, I enjoy it. You need to go back and rewatch this.
Really do, and
Yeah.
don't watch it with the kids in the room.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
If you can't tell by the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Don't watch it with the teenagers in the room.
Teenagers have seen far worse on their phones, so it's.
I'm choosing to believe in the betterment of people.
You shouldn't. You really shouldn't. So it's.
So to sum it up, it's a great movie, but
Yeah.
over 13 years old
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, if you get a 13-year-old watch this, they're gonna. They're gonna start having some realizations about
At 13,
themselves. So.
no wait. At 12, I watched House of 1,000 Corpses. So
Oh, yeah.
13 to me is an appropriate age to start seeing. It's not like anybody was like doing it.
Oh, I know. Well, yeah, it's not like it's porn or anything. But,
Yeah, so it's fine.
but again, this was people mine and Dave's age. This is what we had. This is what we had to get by on.
It's nothing.
This was it was one of those things. There was no internet. It was hey, this is one of those. I went to the video store and I got Return of the Living Dead, and I'm gonna be busy for a while. So it's look at Dave.
Sorry, wife texted me.
That's right.
Again, Linnea Quigley was in a whole bunch of movies.
She knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
which is
why she texts
I'm
me.
getting
And
text, yeah.
she was Linnea Quigley was in several horror movies, like B horror movies in the mid to late '80s, and like she was kind of like the scream queen of the era. And yes, her boobs make appearances in all of them. I think this is the only one where we see this much of her, but it's just. So I was like, oh, she's in this. So it was like, and then I was like, oh wow, okay. So anyway, that's enough talking about her, I guess. I think that's a 3 for 3 for all of us here.
That's good.
Absolutely.
Highly recommendable.
What did we determine about where is this movie?
Did you guys say it was on
Hold on, I can tell you real quick.
Tubi?
It may be.
It's available on DVD. That's what it is.
Yeah, I have the Blu-ray of it. Return of the Living Dead is available on Amazon Prime, Roku Channel, Hoopla, Pluto TV.
Hoopla.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Pluto TV is actually a good one.
Fandango.
You can rent it on Fandango at home, as well as Apple TV and Amazon, and then of course you can buy it the other places. But
it's on Amazon. That's what I watched it on the other night.
Yeah, so that's
got to be what I watched it on then.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you one of the other thing, and it's going to be a reoccurring theme as we go through these movies, especially from this era. Not a single one of them's over an hour and a half long.
No.
And they're all perfect. Like, that's the perfect length that these things need to be.
Wasn't it like 89 minutes or something?
Something like that, yeah. It was like you're into it, and then you're into it. And it doesn't take long to get to the zombies. I mean, maybe, 10 minutes or so before we're really into it. Oh, did you notice all the stuff? Like, okay, did you notice the name of the medical supply place? Unita.
Yeah.
Unita Medical Supply. Did you notice the eye chart that was in the office? Like where you sit there and you read it has the lines where you read the lines. Okay, so the boss's name was Bert. Okay,
Right.
It said Bert is a slave driver and a cheap SOB, and he's losing his hair. Ha 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 ha.
And did it like the eye?
It was BUR and then TIS all the way down. Like it's like oh, okay, that's
whole
pretty funny.
sentence.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Easter eggs, folks.
There were several things like that. If you started looking around, like, oh wait, there's what is that? What's that product name? What is this? There was little jokes that were put in there. So definitely worth a watch. Cult classic. We will be back very soon because we are in OctoberFest, which means you get 2 a week. So
I think we talked about a movie this episode.
we did.
Not sure.
We talked about Return of the Living Dead.
Zombies. It was zombies.
Yes, starring Linnea Quigley's boobs, and I think actually
That's the thumbnail right there.
I know that. I know this is the. Well, no, I take that back. It's not. We have one other movie that's got boobs in it too. And we will get to that at a later date. So for the Project Gen X podcast, I'm Alan Smith.
I'm the other guy, Big Dave.
Ariel.
And we will see you next time.
See ya.